Hey guys, welcome back. I am back in the office, which is amazing because I get this giant display that I get to work with. Hopefully the quality is pretty good, but today we're not going to be doing anything too crazy because as you know, I've been working a lot on reformatting the YouTube structure. And so now if you go on the channel, we have three different sections. So it's going to be the very beginner stuff, which is going to cover, first of all, right now, just the fundamentals of TradingView. What is TradingView, how to use it. And second of all, we are covering FX replay. And then what's coming up soon, and some of the videos I already have in there, include supply and demand and actual structure. And so we also have to add Wyckoff in there. So those three parts. Structure, S&D, so which kind of goes hand in hand. And then Wyckoff, which is market models. And then at the very end, we're going to include like market filters, which include model chop, candlestick chop, and then price delivery chop. So we'll touch on everything, but at this point, I'm going to work a little bit more on just working on our strategy, testing a little bit, and then we're just going to continue our back test. I don't even know where we left off at, but this is just going to be a continuation of our last back test, which I think was series 4, I think 4 or 5. And yeah, there's nothing too crazy, but this time I chose to do a little bit of commentary just because I know it helps a lot of you guys out, and I can walk you through, start to introduce some of the concepts. I know they're quite advanced and you guys might not know what's going on, but some of the feedback I got, here, let me close this out. Some of the feedback I got was, number one, that we didn't know, I can actually get rid of all these. Actually, I do need ATR. Yeah, I'll keep these tagged, but we do not, give me just 1 second. We do not know what time frames we're on, so I'm gonna add maybe like a watermark. Hopefully we can add a watermark in here. Cool. I hope we can show the time frame on there. Otherwise, it's going to be a little... Yeah. So it shows the symbol info, but I don't know where. Can I make it large? I wanted to show the time frame real quick, so sorry if extra large. This doesn't help. Oh, there we go. No, that's actually perfect. So we'll do top right. There we go. So now you can see the time frame and the date, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then we don't really need to show a title. We'll just do Elite Trading Network just for the team. And then we'll do like bottom right. Cool. So now we have both these indicators. You guys can see the time frame up here. Might be a little bit in the way, but that's okay. And we have our little watermark for whatever. So we're gonna do a complete top down, and I'm actually going to walk you through everything that I'm seeing. So looking at the daily, of course, the only thing we were anticipating are these highs to get taken, and that's what we've been looking for this entire time. Step down to the 4 hour. Once again, the same thing we've been anticipating this entire time. Now, I drew these boxes last time to show what we were anticipating at what time throughout the market. And so at every time that price pushed and it started to make a push, this is what we were anticipating. Again, it started to make a push on this candle. I think we took 1-1 in here as it started to strength, and then it failed back down. And then the third time, notice what happened. We got our awesome trade. And if I recall correctly, it was a pretty decent trade, 13R. So now we can delete all this because the only thing we continue anticipating is the continuation of these highs. So 4 hour good, hourly is good. Hourly is really good. 20-minute, looking at the time that it is currently 11 p.m. my time, which is more than reasonable. We're looking at a potential entry here, 7 hours until red news. So what I'm looking at is for this candle to close, and then we could get a valid buy stop. Nope, falls back down. Okay, look at the 4 hour. 4 hour clean, hourly clean, 20-minute is very clean. If we're looking at the 20-minute here, yeah, buy stop over this high. 5-minute long. Oh, and you know, one thing I'm going to do is open up the equity curve before and after so we can kind of see our progress throughout so we know where we left off. So we're at 281%. We'll just leave that open for now just so we can keep track of that. But 20-minute good, 5-minute, yeah. So valid buy stop, right? Or yeah, buy stop right over this high. Low, ATR is 0.2. So we could do maybe somewhere around here. I'm going to see where the next candle opens up at. And it opens up just about here, which lines up pretty closely with our ATR. So we'll kind of set up an entry like that. falls back down. Okay, coming back up. So if we get a new low somewhere generated within here, and if not, I'm updating to this low. Bingo, that's our low. Didn't really need to update. Move to break even. Like, it's pretty much on there. Okay, take a break even. 20 minute, gonna wait potentially for a new validation. This is a valid entry though, so I'm gonna give it one more chance. This stop looks a little bit big. We're looking at like 0.45, which is way too big. We generally want to stay within 1 ATR, so what I'll do is I'll wait for this candle to close, and then valid buy stop right over this high. Oh, my bad. Looking at the 4 hour again, just want to see where we're at in price. Hourly good, 20 minute good. Yeah, so buy stop over that high wasn't bad at all. We'll set up a new buy stop. Swing it around the low because we'll do a little bit bigger of a stop. Something like that, even a little bit bigger. Sometimes you're not going to always be on the chart, or you're going to show up when this candle has already played out. And I like to include that variability in my data collection. Cool, take a -1. 20 minute, gonna wait for any validation. Getting a little bit wicky. Market goes, like, these entries were phenomenal. It's just, we got stopped out and the market continued going, and that's, you know, part of it. So now we're gonna wait for a new stage 1, which is building up right now. Very wicky. I'm not taking any of this. Red news. Okay. It has been, how much time after red news? 2 hours. And we have red news in another 3 hours. Unfortunately, I'm not going to trade any of this. And just for this particular reason, the chop that we were talking about earlier that I will be discussing here soon in the new videos. But yeah, and that's why we don't trade that price action, because we know more likely than not, statistically speaking, those trades are going to fail. So after red news, we're going to wait an hour until 1800. There we go. And now we're valid for longs. Looking at the 4 hour, hourly, 20. Yeah, so now I'm just waiting for the 20 to validate and looking for some longs coming in, hopefully soon. Looking at this particular price action. Yeah, it needs a little bit of time, and then hopefully money starts coming in right about now. Red news again, so not touching this market. And just falls off. So probably up on the 4 hour that's reflected. Stepping down to the hourly. Waiting for hourly money to come in. Looking at the 4 hour. 4 hours almost starting to get supported. It is a little low in the range, but again, how we were looking at this market earlier, we were anticipating those highs to get taken. Now we're anticipating this high to get taken in some fashion like this. And I don't know if you remember the several boxes we had drawn, but this is the first box that we're going to draw again. And that's our anticipation. 4 hour is quite low in the range. Hourly is quite low in the range. So I want to wait for this market to prove itself to me. Starting to prove itself. 4 hour, good. Hourly, good. 20 minute, now ready for validations. Waiting for money to come in. We do have red news here in 6 hours, which is okay. That was our first entry, which I did not take for a couple reasons. Number one, the chop that kind of began here led me to believe there'd be more. And let's take a peek at the 4 hour again. 4 hour supporting the move, hourly supporting the move, 20 minutes supporting the move. We do have a little bit of price action chop here, if you want to look at it like this, which is okay. Usually it's a transfer of weak to strong hands, aka Wyckoff to some extent. But 4 hours still good, hourly is still good. 20 minute is okay. Yeah, 20 minutes not too bad. 3 in the morning. How long until red news? We're looking at maybe around 4 hours. So I'd consider one buy stop here and then no more entries beyond that. Okay. Set up our buy stop on the 5 minute. ATR is about 2.3. So maybe we'll go with like 2.3. Yeah, seems reasonable. Again, the 4 hour. Once again, the 4 hour is a little bit low in the range, but given the hourly, the 20 minute and the 5 minute, it is something that I'd be willing to follow. Okay, give me just 1 second. I'm getting a call. All right, so I am back. So sorry about that short break. Although for you guys, it didn't really matter. I had to take care of some business stuff, but yeah, 4 hour, like we said, was looking very good. Hourly, it's okay. Hourly is good. 20 minute, first long. let me look at the time here. It is 3 in the morning. Yeah, so we are good for a long. If anything, ATR stop could be tightened up to right about here. I actually like this just a little bit better because it does increase our R quite a bit. So I'm going to set up a new position right over this high for a 1 minute entry. Probably going to be a loss here, nothing new. Now, if our stop loss would have been here, it still would have been a loss, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we've taken 2 losses so far, which is spectacular. We love to see it. So now we're going to wait for the new 20-minute validation. Phenomenal. Looking at this, we're looking at a 4-hour time until news, but this 4-hour is shaping up exactly how we like to see it, and there is a new validation, so 5-minute long, right over this high, something like that. Hopefully we get an entry and it falls back down, so nothing to do. Don't want to really touch this market. Potential long over this high, but I don't particularly like the wickiness anymore, so I'm just going to let it slide. Gonna wait for red news to play out. How long? Yeah, too close to red news for an entry, but this would have been a phenomenal entry if you're one of those like more risky traders. But yeah, falls back down. Gonna wait for this candle to close and then a valid entry buy stop over this high. Potentially, it's one of those anticipatory validation candles. So if anything, I'm gonna wait for the next candle to open up and wait to see if I get any sort of validation. It seems like this is actually gonna be a nice entry. Set up a long, somewhere right around here. This market is still in its early like chop phase a little bit, so just give it some time. Looking at the 4-hour. Once again, I like to jump around to see what's actually going on. The daily, 4-hour, hourly, 20. Yeah, I'd take one more trade here, and then if it fails back down, probably stay away for a little bit. Okay, we get tapped in. Probably going to be a loss. Nothing new here. Okay, move to break even. So best case scenario is a break even trade. Okay, beautiful. Gonna manage 70% to, I want to do this low. We'll manage 70%. I know it's under my general rules of 3RR, but I'm not giving up that much. Going to manage now 70% to probably somewhere right around here. We don't have a really good place, but yeah, I'll take this low. Gonna update my SL. Actually, no, 70% still here. Hopefully we survive it. 70%, getting taken off right around here. 70% getting taken off somewhere right around here. Beautiful, guys. And that's how you do it. You know, we just took like 2-3 losses. 70%, getting moved to right here. Notice how I'm managing a lot more aggressively, and that I explain in other videos. I think it's repetitive to explain it every single time. You can choose to manage more, but I am going to just move it slightly higher. 70% to this low. Probably going to get taken out here, to be honest. Ha, funny. I'm so funny. Okay. Managing to 70% at 10R. Nice little runner on this one. And notice, if we step back up to the 4-hour, what were we anticipating all along? Remember the box I drew? That is exactly that playing out. So this is actually spectacular. Our analysis played out to a T. So now we're just kind of riding this out. On the 5-minute, if anything, I'm going to manage just a little bit more aggressively to secure more of the move. 70% down to this low. Cool. Going to manage 70% to this low. That's 12RR. Hopefully we get taken out here. Almost. Come on, take me out. You know you want to. Managing 70% to here. Managing 70% to this. Guys, this is bonkers. Although nothing new. But the fact that our management is still going, oh, fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna take off wherever we're at and then jump up to the 20 and see where we're at. And then I'm gonna move my break even, aka like the remaining of the position, to somewhere around here. Nothing too particular. Cool. Nothing to update here. Probably gonna chop around for a good amount, and if it wants to continue, we will continue updating our management. Manage to somewhere around here. Probably gonna get taken out and then continue. Huh. Yo, what the hell? So keep in mind, we managed 70% of the position and the remaining whatever is right on 17R. Which shouldn't come by surprise. Like when you put in the work, you'll get trades like these, which are spectacular. And notice what just happened. Remember our 4-hour analysis? We just hit our target. Huh, how does he do it? Let me tell you guys, it takes a lot of years and years of this shit. But cool. Very soon I'm going to start managing more aggressively if this doesn't take me out. And that is it. Hang on, I'm getting another call. Hang on. Alrighty guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry. I am very busy right now, but I'm still trying to make these videos for you guys. So our last partial, the remaining 30% of the position was taken out at fuck, I'm getting another call. Hang on. All right, I am finally back. Sorry I had to take a couple calls, but we are back on board. So our analysis played out perfectly. We got taken out at that. Now we can delete everything and see where we're at. We're a little extended on 4-hour hourlies coming back for some sort of fractal reaccumulation. And I'm actually going to, as you guys know, I'm working on the new series. I'm going to work on better terminology and understanding of what I'm actually looking at. Because I know for you guys as a first time, it can be quite complicated and like what the hell's going on? Like what is a reaccumulation? And all that's going to be covered in the beginner series that I'm working on right now. So don't you worry. But one big thing that I'm actually going to provide some really good sauce for you guys right now. So when things like these happen, most retail traders are looking at this, supply and demand particularly, or support and resistance even. They have their giant support, like you can go back to the daily potentially. Oh, this is perfect. Like if you draw support or resistance here, a lot of traders, and keep in mind, we don't even trade like this. A lot of traders will look at this and start selling the hell out of this market, right? But what do you guys think is going to happen? Is it going to reverse? Well, I can tell you right now, it's not. Well, I don't know, but I assume it's not. I assume it's not because institutions are smart enough to know that levels like these are levels that are getting sold like shit. People right here, why do you think we got this giant bearish candle right here? Because people that don't know what they're doing think they know what they're doing, and they're going to try to sell. And so assuming our analysis is accurate, which doesn't have to be for us to make money, this is what I'm anticipating. We're going to get a short return and then a continuation push up, which is where everyone gets absolutely liquidated. So let's go ahead and delete all my lens and we'll see what happens. So hourly's coming back down. So 20-minute. What I'm going to wait is for the bears to take over, do whatever they have to, premium pricing down here, get bought back up, and then we continue our push up. Let's see what happens. They're getting sold out, right? Oh, what just happened? We have a little bit of money coming in, 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute good. Assuming there's no red news, which sometimes at 6:30 there is, so we'll see. 5-minute, long, right over this high. After everyone's been taken out, and clearly institutional money has started coming in, we have a fractal demand buildup and validation. What's going to happen? Even better. A long time ago, I discussed something called a 10 zone. Which is just a big demand block, but everyone has their own name for it. So I was like, why not? So 5-minute long, right over this high. I'm gonna, set up my buy stop. Whatever low gets generated at 2.2. Tighten it up just a little bit. Wait for us to get tapped in, and then get taken out. So now 20-minute, what am I waiting for? Take a loss. Okay. Still kind of falling off. This is so funny. This is absolutely so funny. Okay. Guys, I cannot make this shit up. I actually cannot make this shit up. That's your entry. 4 hour, hourly, 20? Guys, this is hilarious. I'm sorry, but like, uh, ATR stop, we're looking at 0.33, so 1.5 seems reasonable. Whatever low gets generated, really. Whatever this low was, but it's not very significant change. Move to break even. Probably going to be a break even. Nothing to manage to. Break me even. Still waiting for that break even. No break even. Going to manage 70% of the position to this low. Already at 6R. What a joke. What a dirty joke. Okay. I have to get my line here. 70% of the position managed here. We're probably gonna, my anticipation is next two candles we get taken out. Oh my goodness. Given the 5 minute or the 1 minute, when we get a big mover like this, I have specific rules that I'll teach sooner or later about management styles. But yeah, 70% is managed to this low. I'm gonna keep it there and we get taken out, hopefully. Cool. I'm waiting for price to cross the line. There we go. Take off 70% of the position, jump up to 20, see where we're at. Nothing to do yet. So now I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for this 20 minute to do whatever it wants to. The rest is still at break even, by the way. If anything, we're going to manage to these lows. Clearly money's behind the move, so manage to here, manage to here. Potentially manage to here, depending on what the next candle does, yeah. Chop, let it do whatever it wants to. Manage. Get taken out. At 25R. Guys, God, I wish I could make this stuff up, but this is wonderful. What did I say was going to happen? Right here. Oh, the supply zone, guys. You better sell that thing. Oh, my bad. You know, this is actually kind of funny. Played out exactly as I was anticipating on the 20 minute too. 20 minute sells came in. Where was it at? Right here. Sells. People are selling the shit out of this market. You have like a supply zone followed by a supply zone. And people are dumb. People are very dumb. And that's why very few in the industry actually make it. So 20 minute, what are we waiting for? Well, on the hourly, we're a little extended. Coming back down, which is good. Once again, the same thing's happening. What do we do, guys? What do we do? Waiting for a new long. What time is this? 1:40 in the morning on a Tuesday. We got the 4 hour, hourly, 25. Set up a long. Assume we just kind of missed it. Because sometimes, like I said, you're not going to make it to the market. We're still in. So we'll just set up our buy stop. ATR stop, exactly. Probably going to be a loss. There you go. 20 minute, waiting for a new validation. I don't like it anymore, so I'm just going to wait. Potential long over this high. I don't like it because it's the first strength candle after very shit market. So it's probably going to fall back down and then give us a very clean entry. There you go. Still don't like it. It's a little wicky. First entry. It's a little high though. So I could see why it's not a good idea to take this. Because once again, it's the first strength candle after some suspicious price action. But that's a potential entry. It looks like news though. And that's why I didn't take it. Look at this price action. Okay, now we're getting a, once again, very bad market. Not trading. Clean market. Oh, fell back down. I don't think there's an entry here for us. The SL is way too big. Looking at 6.7. Yeah, way too big. Actually, Looking at the 4 hour, hourly, 20. And this is EURUSD, by the way, this year, 20. I don't know if that's a valid entry because the stop loss might still be too big below this low. 2.6. Oh, we could do like 3. It's a little bit more of my risk entry. Yeah, this is valid, but it's just, I don't like it when there's a giant wick like this, when there was a lot of selling that came in. I'm still doing some testing on that on particular market entries, but we'll take it just for data collection. Hopefully we get, there we go, get tapped in, probably get taken out right away. Yeah. Yeah, I should have seen that one coming. Getting a new potential entry over this high depending on where we open up next. 4 hour, good, hourly, good. What time is it? 11:30. Oh shit, I shouldn't even have taken this trade. Okay, well, it was back here, 10:30. No, that's still valid. Yeah, so we're getting a little late in the session, so I'm not going to take it. It is what it is, but probably going to fail back down, fail back down hopefully. And it doesn't. So this would have been fine entry, depending on just whatever you trade. It's just not my type of entry. More likely than not, it's going to lose. Waiting for money to come back in through Asia session. First potential entry. See where we close. Nope. 4 hour, hourly, 20. So now we could potentially get a very clean entry here. Oh, fell back down. Potential entry. Nope, fell back down. Nope. Yes. 6:20 in the morning. I'll make sure there's no red news. Loss. So we'll just tag in some random long in here and say it was a loss. Perfect. 4 hour, good. Hourly, good. 20-minute. So there definitely was news here. Okay, good to know. I love how sometimes it's not shown. We're coming out with a new version of FX Replay, so hopefully we get some better news. Okay, would have been a nice entry, but news, it looked like. Or just not a market condition I would trade it. It doesn't even matter if it's news or not. Waiting for some more strength. Potential entry for, oh, right before red news though. That's a bummer. Yeah, so can't take it. And that's why we don't take entries before news, because money leaves the market and then it shoves back in, and it's not a very good position to be in. Red news in 7 hours. 4 hours still good, hourly still good, 20-minute is still good. But notice what happens. Like, we know when to get involved. Don't get involved, don't get involved. And we know when to get involved. Get involved. Right here. Get involved. Right here. Get involved. Right here. Don't get involved. Try to get involved. Fails. Try to get involved. Fails. Try to get involved. Fails. Works, but red news, so we couldn't get involved. Waiting for this candle to close and then potential entry. Right over this high. This would have been valid, but it's the same scenario that we had back here. Where was it at? Wherever we took that loss before, where we had a really clean entry, and then it was just weak. The one I said I'd take it just to take it. But yeah, once again, we're seeing a clear example of just wait when you get candles like these. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. Yeah, so this would have been your entry. Probably not this one. I'm still going to do more testing on that kind of candle, but still good. Cool, cool. Long. ATR is 2-1. Slightly larger than the ATR, but we'll set it right at the low. Or even better, depending on where we open next, you can raise this just a little bit, and then the next candle low will be your entry. There you go. Your stop loss. So this is 12, which is slightly over half ATR. Get tapped in. Probably take a loss here. Probably move to break even right close to about now. Hopefully not news, but hopefully we take a break even on this. Yep. So doesn't matter. It was news, but we still took a break even. So Sometimes you might just oopsies slip and place an order right before news, and it happens. And so I like to account for that sometimes. Just hope you don't get fucked over. Not going to take it. This is a very clean entry, and I love it, but too close to red news, too like, I don't know. And that's why I don't like it. I just don't know. Once you've been in the markets long enough, you learn to know what is good and what isn't. And that's just not one of the things that I like to see. So what's going on right now? Market's failing, and it's failing pretty bad. We're finally getting a similar flush out to, let me give you an example. Something like this. This is where we're at right now in the market. Very strong push, coming back down. What's going on the daily? I can tell you without even looking at it. Daily, we're coming back to, you could call it mitigate, because the MAs are a version of, here are my MAs. They're a version of demand in the market. Like, you can think about it like fluid demand coming in at certain points. And so if I look at the daily, starting to fail, coming to mitigate, to continue, which on the 4 hour is going to be reflected over a very long time frame. So a couple things you can do now, depending on how the 4 hour reacts and the hourly, a couple things you can do. You can still stick to longs, or you can start taking shorts. Depending on how we react to this market here will dictate, well, there you go. There's your answer, guys. Our overall long-term assessment was longs. Look at the daily. What are we doing? This is going to push higher, and what's going to happen to that maze, right? Just like back here. Like any example here. Or like any example here. A really good way to explain this actually would be like a validation candle. You guys know how I have my anticipatory validation candles. It's the same thing, but on a daily. You're anticipating that this is going to push higher, which is going to lead it to later look like what I would call validation candle, but in this case, it would be demand validation to some extent, right? So yeah, different ways of looking at the market. 4 hour is just beautiful. Hourly is beautiful. 20-minute is beautiful. We're a little far extended due to news, of course. And we have 6 hours between news, so we might be able to catch an entry here. Highly doubt it. Anticipatory validation candle. There you go. Why? Well, it's 3 hours after red news and 3 hours before red news. So valid, hourly, valid, 20. Valid. This one's gonna fail. I already know. But I'm gonna take it for data collection because I love to collect data. That's just my thing. Because over time you start to realize, oh, those actually worked out pretty well. It's gonna fail. Please fail. Hopefully break even at least. Okay, now it can fail. Please fail now. Fail. Fail. Cool. Now the 20-minute is gonna line up perfectly, but we do have red news now, so rip. At least we got a nice break even out of that, which is spectacular because sometimes you won't. Okay, red news plays out. Now we're waiting for money to come into this market. Give it a couple more candles and we should get something maybe. 3 in the morning. No, still continuing to fail down. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, same situation. Couple things. There we go. Good, good. Hourly is a little low in the range. I don't really like this kind of price action. I could see chopping coming here for a little bit. 4 hour good, hourly is okay. So 20-minute, I'm gonna wait for another stage 1 before I decide to do anything. Let's see where we're at on the hourly. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pass. Now we should start building if we're gonna get anything. And it has to start building up quickly like now. Cool. Cool. Looking at the hourly though. 4 hour. 4 hours still a little low in the range, but still valid for long. Could be worse. It's 9:40. I gotta order my dinner here pretty soon. Yeah, 4 hours okay, a little low in the range. Hourly is looking better. 20-minute? Yeah, I'll take it. It's at 7:30, so usually I wait till 1800. What time is it? 19? Yeah, so we're good. I'll set up one buy stop here. And we've been recording for 35 minutes, so I want to work on making these videos a little bit shorter because people's attention span is absolutely dog shit. Mine, well, I grew up watching 6-hour-long lectures on all sorts of stuff, so I can plug in for 6 hours nonstop. But I know my target audience, which is the very dumb TikTok trading community, is very short-term spanned. So I want to consider you guys, you know. I know y'all just want the shortcut to making money, but there isn't one. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, right now this is what I would call like the crossroads between taking sells and taking longs. This market just needs a little bit of time to know. Cool. Fails back down. This would have been a valid buy stop, but nothing happened. So just letting you guys know so you know what I'm saying. And cool. We know what we're going to want to do with this market. One more bearish push on the hourly, and I am taking sells all the way down. Okay. Right now, my analysis is still longs, though. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Cool. First long at 11:20. Unfortunately, it's pushing it with me. It really is pushing the time. And it's not bad, but given this kind of price action here, I think it's one of those burst candles that I just want to skip. As you would have seen, it would have been a break even regardless. So it's okay, but too close to rollover for me. So I'm going to wait till 1800. But at least we have some sort of new narrative or bias that we might want to follow. Waiting for the hourly to do something. So once again, we're at this crossroad where potentially now I want to start scalping for sells. Given this kind of price action, I'm going to kind of draw it out for you guys. You can look at it as some sort of short-term distribution to continue our longer pushes, or like if you studied Elliott wave, we can jump up to daily. And I'm not going to dive into Elliott wave because I never dove into it significantly, but it gives you some really good understanding. It gives you some really good understanding of what the market's actually doing. We'll consider this a wave. Where are we at right now? Some sort of correction to continue this higher. And remember, the market's fractal, so it's going to occur on every time frame. You're going to have some sort of different model playing out. And when those align, you get the best trades. Like you saw earlier, we got some back-to-back, some really nice runners. We got red news approaching here. So this red news is really going to shape up the market in a day. So for a day, I'm going to consider sells, which sounds crazy to any other investor, but long at 220 in the, or sell in this case. Man, this market's wild, and so am I apparently. 20-minute long or sell, my bad. Right around here. Cool. We have our stop loss at around 0.441. Probably going to take a loss here. Getting close to break even here for me. Probably move to break even right around now. It has no reason to return. Cool. At least a break even out of this move would be nice. Gonna manage close to 70%, somewhere around here. Because it's likely to reverse. We're in one of those like turning points where money could reverse at any point. So if you can secure any amount that can add to your edge, you will do just fine. Cool. Stop me out. Oh, come on. You know you want to. Cool. Okay. I manage a little bit more aggressively because clearly money has come in. Manage more aggressively. Manage way more aggressively. I gotta move this out the way. Cool. 70% still managed to here. Gonna move it just a little bit higher. Cool, get taken out. Where's my, there it is. 70% off. Gonna jump up to play it a little bit quicker. Gonna manage the rest of the position, probably to around here somewhere. Move it just a little bit lower because I know it likes to absorb zones. Probably gonna take me out here, nothing new. Cool. Okay, let's look at what just happened. How was I able to make money on this, right? This is very clearly a long market. Very, very clearly a long market. Why did this guy somehow make how much ever RR that was, add a little extra 5 RR from this move that apparently is a bullish market, guys? Through testing, that's how. Very, very cool stuff. So looking at the 4 hour, cool. Hourly, 4 hours is really all I need to see. Cool. This market now is primed for reversal if it wants to. So I'm not going to force any sells right now. This is the first strength that comes in after a suspiciously weird market, but this is a very clean long. So I will take one loss here and I am done. Can I even set it a little higher because I'm quite sussed out about it. Currently this is valid, so this would be my entry. Cool, get tapped in for a sell. Probably going to take a loss here, that's okay. Cool. 20-minute, not touching this market anymore, likely. Yeah, I'm going to wait till 1800 again. Wait for fresh money to come in, if you will, because I have no other word for it. Yep, and it looks like we are reversing directions now. Gonna give this market time because very likely, well, what I've noticed is this, but also this. So this is like no man's land. Here, I'll move this a little higher so you guys get the idea. This is no man's land where I won't touch it right here. This is not a market I'm touching for a while. Now I'm touching. Now I know what this market wants to do. 4 hour, very clear. Hourly, very clear. 20-minute, clear. I know what I'm waiting for. Anticipatory validation candle coming up soon, hopefully. No longer anticipatory. Red news, so gonna wait until like 7:30. There we go. Entry. Now, given this market condition, it's probably gonna be a loss, but like I said, I do like to see and test different things. So set up my sell. And notice that by making all these small errors of taking trades in places that I know beforehand are going to be losses, gonna move this just a little higher. Cool. What's my ATR here? So half ATR, I like it. It's a little tight, but yep. Cool. Goes without me? No, would have been stop out anyway. Yeah, taking trades in places like these, like I knew beforehand this was gonna be a losing trade just by looking at it. Cool, nothing. Gonna wait till 1800 again. Okay, money does start coming back in, and it's looking pretty good. Yeah, so potential entry. I don't like the wickiness of this market, so ooh. Too wicky though, too like weird for strength. So if anything, now it's looking cleaner. Okay. Coming in at 1 in the morning, red news again. I just want to see this thing shoot down this way. There you go. Guys, what the fuck? You know? But notice the same thing again. Since this point, I was looking for this. Since this point, I was looking for this. Since this point, I was looking for this. And that's all I'm waiting for. Unfortunately, it was red news again. As you guys will realize, it happens quite often with red news. Valid entry, but I'm not taking it due to the price delivery. I do notice these like to deliver quite handsomely. However, I don't trade before or after red news. So gonna wait till like 1800 again. Not a market worth touching for me. Sorry about that. Okay. And nothing to do. So I'm still waiting again. If we look at the 4 hour, not touching from here, not touching from here. So this entire area is a no man's land for me. I'm not touching it for many reasons. I don't want to get into the actual technicals of it because I could talk for like 8 hours on it. But yeah, not a market I want to touch. Overall analysis, though, I want to see this in the long run. Now, whether it chooses to do one thing or another, I don't care. Hopefully it fails back down. Cool. Honestly, should have started looking at the market on this particular candle, but that's okay. I just maybe missed one opportunity, so we'll see. Yeah, this would have been a nice short. That's okay, though. Red news coming up again in 4 hours, so maybe getting an anticipatory validation here. 2 hours before red news. Maybe don't want to touch. I could see this actually playing out. This red news, these red news at least, causing this. I particularly don't want to see the market continue bearish. Just given my, yeah, I could see this leveling out quite a bit now. We're kind of reaching the limit of bullish to bearish market, shorter term at least, because daily is still extremely bullish. But yeah, if this doesn't want to correct anytime soon, this is also just as likely, which makes the market slightly more unpredictable to us because I am less familiar with that kind of price action. However, let's work with what we have, and what we have right now is 4 hour bullish or bearish. Yeah, this is a long and it's valid. It's just not my favorite because these like to lose quite a bit. But yeah, it's okay. I'll take one loss over this high. ATR low. Let's see where we open up at. Cool. ATR is 3-1. This still covers it. So if anything, given the unpredictability of this market, I'd wait for a new low or just use this low. Cool. Cool. What did I say? Honestly, looking at this market, it was okay that I tried to mess around with that market there, but yeah, give this market some time now. And lo and behold, hopefully we do have money coming in, like I said earlier. Oh shit, guys. It's almost as if I knew this would have been the low for some odd reason. Now, like I said, I don't want to dig into technicals here because I know a lot of beginners are watching and I just don't want to like, hey guys, here's 50,000 new topics. Go figure it out, you know? So just if you look at it long enough, I think it'll start to make sense. Like go back test, really go back test. It's the same situation here. Why did I start looking for longs right around here? Why did I start looking for longs right around here? Like what happened in the market that would lead me to want to start looking for longs? Right? So just experience really, like even as I look at it, I'm like, it's kind of crazy to think about how far I've come. I remember I would look at the candles and be like, what the hell's going on here? So hopefully this trend continues. Otherwise it can completely just crash down like so, but then we can still capitalize on that. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, that was red news. So no entries. The only entry I saw was this, and it was too low within the range on the 4-hour hourly and probably 20-minute. Yeah, on the 20-minute as well. So that sucks. Kind of wiki coming in at 1. Beautiful entry, but I'm not taking it. Too close to a rollover. And notice how rules like that will keep me safe sometimes. Cool, waiting for money to come in. First potential entry, we are how far from red news? 5 hours. 4-hour clean, hourly clean, 20-minute. Hourly is a little weak. I could actually see this reverse very quickly on me. So if anything, a little bit more stricter management, but this particular price action is phenomenal for me. It's an anticipatory validation candle, but that's okay because some of those are the most profitable ones. Cool. Let me make sure that's still valid. Questionably still valid. Kind of pushing it a little bit for me. ATR, we're looking at 0.16, and yeah, it's a little bit big of a stop loss. 0.22. If we do the math on it, here, let me open up the calculator over here. Okay. Where are we at right now? I'm gonna have to go back and edit that out. Fantastic. 0.00016 over 0.00022. That's 72% of our stop loss, minus 1 minus 72. Yeah, we're just outside the threshold of stop losses that I like to see. 4-hour, cool, hourly, cool, 20-minute. Yeah, I'll take it. It is pushing the stop loss or the ATR stop loss quite a bit, but or even better, next candle we get a low somewhere around here. No, we don't even get tapped in. So we got a 20. 20, we're getting double validation. One is going to be true validation, and the second is going to be anticipatory validation. Cool. We get a new stop loss. I can raise this just a little bit to account for any sort of weird price action. I'm starting to not like this, actually. Let me take one last glance at it. Coming up on red news here in a few hours. Yeah, it's not bad, actually. Probably going to get tapped out here. ATR is 18. We have an 18 stop. Yeah, tap me out. Bingo. 20-minute. Is this red news? Like, did I miss something? September 5th? I just want to double check. We're almost done with this data collection. 1 more month. No, 2 more months. September 5th. Red news at 6:30, 6:15. Huh. Yeah, no, that was some weird press action right here. At 1 in the morning. All right. Cool. 4-hour chill, hourly chill, 20-minute. Yeah, I'm not taking this. It is clean, but unfortunately I have to stay out. Just given the price action. Coming in on red news. This would have been an, oh, no, too close to red news. My bad. Cool, red news hits. Give it time. Cool. First entry. I want to play back to the very particular candle so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Four hour. Like I said, this has been our anticipation all along. Let me delete this. On the highers, of course, but on the lowers, we're scalping ourselves. And I said if at this point we didn't get a strong reversal, then we were anticipating some crazy sells to come in. But we somehow managed to pull through. 20-minute. Anticipatory, all these are actually playing into this validation, which is actually phenomenal. Very clear price action. You can just see the money behind it, and you already know what the money wants to do. ATR, we're looking at, yeah, just about one ATR stop. Hopefully our next low is actually down here. It is, but I'm not going to adjust it. I want to be fair here. Sometimes your execution time, probably going to be a beautiful loss here. It was very close to break even, but per my rules, unfortunately, not a break even. Gonna delete this giant block. Yeah, so 20-minute. It's very sus price action now. I don't like how it failed. Wait. Okay, yeah, this trade was also pushing the time a little too close to rollover. Waiting for 1800. Money flows in, hopefully right about now. If anything, I'm gonna add an MA to my volume here because I think it's very important. We'll do, should I do regular MA? An MA, how long do I want it? I have to think about this, hang on. Do maybe like 6? Maybe even less, 4? We'll do 4. Sorry, I have to do a little bit of experimenting here. We'll just do this one. I'm gonna change up the color a little bit. Okay, what time is it? It's 1800. Some volume comes in. So what I'm doing right now is the same thing that I do on the markets, I'm doing on my MAs themselves. So I'm looking at how price action moves. And what I'm noticing right now is looking at the time that I usually like to enter the market, 1800. Notice this volume spike. Notice this volume drop. My bad. Right? Notice this volume spike. Notice this volume drop. What am I anticipating is going to happen next? Sorry. This. Because what happened after this? This. 1800 again, just by looking at the chart. 1800, volume drop, volume increase, volume drop, volume increase. 1800, volume drop, volume increase, volume drop, volume increase. Again, volume, I guess you could call this the drop, or this is the drop if we're looking at these particular examples. Drop, volume increase, volume drop, volume increase. Volume drop, same stuff, guys. So now I'm looking at all these different variables, and keep in mind, I do this on the market as well. Like this isn't just the MAs, right? So hourly is dog shit. 20-minute is dog shit. This was your only entry, and I didn't take it because I don't want to. What's going to happen now with the volume? What do you guys think is going to happen? Something along the lines of this. Let's see. What the fuck? All right, well, our drawing was a little small for what I should have anticipated, but if we step back up to the 4 hour, exactly what we've been anticipating all along is still playing out. the way it plays out is different and unique every time, but that's okay. That was a giant volume spike. Cool. I'm not touching this. Why? The market needs to rebalance. It needs some time. Look at the size of this move. Just from candle top to bottom, this moved the market almost 1%. And this is Forex, by the way. Forex markets aren't supposed to be very trendy-like for a particular reason. On a lot of things I don't want to elaborate because I can be talking for hours, so I want to split up videos talking about different things. And so one quick piece of sauce that I'm going to drop on you guys real quick is that Forex markets are run by governments. Like, when you think about it, all this legislation and stuff that is passed is done through governments. And so governments are going to want to make their currency stronger and weaker due to specific variables, inflation, GDP, whatever they want to achieve, right? We don't know their intentions. I mean, I guess if you study them, you're going to want to know what the government wants to do. Increase interest rates, whatever. But they all have a goal in mind, and at some points they're going to want to increase the value of their currency, and at other times they're going to decrease it. And that they do through red news and, changing all these policies, whatever they got to do. But imagine we had a currency that only went up. What would happen, right? Like, think about the balance in the market. There has to be a balance because Forex is always a pair. Like, you can't just have euro, right? And so when the euro, it's all relative. When one currency goes up, others change too. It's not just that currency. And so, yeah, I don't want to dive too deep into that because I did study finance for a little bit. So you have like bank interest rates and all sorts of stuff that will make a ginormous impact on this. And that's what red news is. You know, you have your NFP. Oh, we have presidential debate coming up too. Consumer price indexes, all that good stuff. So cool. Cool. So 4 hour. Yeah, I'm not touching this. Daily. If anything, I could see this market actually do this. Why? Money didn't support the move. Boom. Uh-oh, what just happened? Nothing new here, guys. Probably missed a good entry in here too. No, yeah. Not the biggest fan of that entry, but it is still an entry after all. Cool. Entry here again. Looking at the 4 hour. If anything, now I could see this. Kadoink. But we will see. It could just continue further down. Yeah. It's probably going to reverse now. We'll see what happens. So looking at the 25. Cool. Set up position somewhere around here. ATR stop is 3-1, so we could maybe do something like this. If anything, I'd maybe even increase my stop loss a little bit, but we'll see. Break even. Probably take a break even. Technically, that's not a break even. Oh, no, it is. I usually have to wait for price to cross. That's when my broker takes me out. Not when it taps it, but when it crosses it. And in this case, it did cross it. Just barely. Would have been a nice trade. Just kidding. It would have been a break even. Coming in at 8 in the morning. New York money coming in. New York opens at 6:30 my time. No, needs a little bit more time. Okay, guys, I'm actually going to call this a back test. It's 1 hour in. I'm trying to cap videos out at 1 hour because I know people clearly do not like 6 hour long videos, but I've done this for days on end, so nothing new to me. Let's go see how the equity curve is looking. We've actually just been in drawdown here for a little bit. What's it called? FX replay. I've been cooking for a little too long, so my brain's a little fried. EURUSD, you guys ready? A little drum roll. Let's check it out. I know we got a couple big winners in here, so. Wow. And now these have been the last few drawdown trades, but we started off at 281 and now we're at 373. We just made 100% in less than a month from here to August 8th to August 20th. So in what, 12 days, we just made 100% with a 50% win rate. September, we're at a loss right now, but we actually just started September, so hopefully we get a nice little winner in here. But yeah, we got a 13R and a 16R with 0.8% risk. 0.8 is what I risk live. 0.6 is what I risk on evaluations. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Between 0.4 and 0.6 is evaluations, but right now it's 0.6 because I truly don't care to take as many as I need, just because that's the way it goes. Cool. That was a really nice winner, and so was this one. I do want to go look at something though. So this was taken 8/13/24. So if anything, we'll go back to the hourly. Go back to 8/13, so September 13th. Yeah. No, that can't be right. September? What's 8? What month is 8? August, my bad. August 24th. I do want to see where that winner was at. No, it wasn't there. Oh, August 13th, my bad. August 13. Sorry guys, this might take me a quick second to find. Oh, there it is. So what I'll do is I'll flip. We have our little line here. Looking at the 4 hour, I want to see where I took this trade. Yep, that looks reasonable. I wish I could replay on here, but I cannot. So probably took it somewhere right around here. Gotta go back to the 20-minute and see if I can find it. There it is. It could have been this long, or it could have been this long. It was one of these two. Yeah, and both of them were taken at very, very good times, and then we got taken out, I want to say somewhere around here. No. Potentially here. Yeah, okay. So one thing I actually wanted to check were the times on these. And so something I just realized is it'll show the time when the trade was closed. So when I looked at these trades, I saw, oh, a trade at 5 p.m. I don't trade during those times. But then I went back and I saw, oh, that's when you close the trade. So at 17:01, which is this giant wick, 17:01. What trade was this? Sorry, I'm being so technical. This was the August 19th. So which one am I looking at right now? August 13th. Let's see what trade that was. August 13th. There we go. So yeah, it doesn't show what time, but I could maybe figure it out. Sorry, wrong one. Yeah, it was before the 16-hour runner, so I assume August 13th. Why does it show the 14th here? I'm trying to find August 13th trade. It's right there. I think it's hidden. 8th. There we go. Oh, that was on the 14th as well. 14th. Where's August 13th then? Okay, I guess just not there. Cool. Yeah, that's interesting for sure. August 20th. What did we get on August 20th? Seems like this runner right here. I don't know, guys, but y'all get the point. We'll go to August 19th real quick just to see if we can spot that trade. Oh, we did take August 19th. Somewhere around here. I assume it's, yeah, it was definitely this one. Has to be. And I assume would get taken out somewhere right around here. So at what trade was this again? August 16th. Right, is this the trade I'm looking at? August 19th? I'm sorry, guys. 16th and 19th. Okay, we'll look at the one on the 19th, which should have been the second boost on our equity curve. So if we reset this and we look at on the 19th, which should have been somewhere around here, 19th, 20th, it closed at 2:41 in the morning. Let's see if that matches up. At 2:41 in the morning, potentially right around. Yeah, this matches up perfectly with getting stopped out right here. 240. I don't know. I'll pay more attention to see how they log this data, but yeah, 100% return. We're at 560 grand. You just made 100. So 420 minus 560. So 560. It's almost 570. And yeah, so we'll just do 560 minus 420. That should be 120. Let me double check. 140. Yeah, so just casually made 140 grand in 10 days. But keep in mind, these aren't consistent results. If you look at the general equity curve, you can expect a trade like this once every, in this case, we haven't had crazy runners, like once every 2 months. Every other month you can expect a trade like this, so nothing too crazy. We just got lucky to get them back to back. Especially in a trading market, you're going to get more trades like that. But awesome sauce, guys. Y'all saw this live. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, like I said, I'm working to make these videos shorter. I know for me, I'm excited to do this kind of stuff so I can just ramble on about it. And that's just my life. I just do this 24/7. But I'll make sure to put out some better content out for y'all, especially in the beginner section, getting you guys used to what I actually do. I know some people have messaged me and been like, hey, bro, I'm like actually kind of lost. And I just tell them, like, don't worry, I'm putting out content, hopefully to get you guys to my level. And yeah, so enjoy, keep backtesting, send over your equity curves. And I am excited to see how you guys perform, but this is spectacular. All right, peace out, y'all.